Hello and welcome to episode 9 of the Stephen Tries podcast.
Mad.
This week we're talking about the future.
Ooh.
Ooh.
I'm joined by David Reese.
Oi, oi.
He's enjoying lockdown. Matt Smith.
Hello there.
Tom Cooney.
Yep.
And myself.
Oi.
Cheers, Dave. Thanks.
No worries.
So lockdown. What week are we in? The third, fourth week?
Does it even matter anymore?
Nah.
I don't know.
Suppose it's meant to be down for another month yet, so.
Yeah.
Oh, yes,
But
lad.
it's been 3 weeks since they said we were in lockdown, and they haven't updated us.
I'm sure they said, well, I saw it in the paper that they either have announced or they've intimated or set to announce that it's another 3 weeks.
Yeah.
So they're just going to keep doing it by 3 weeks, I think.
Yeah.
You know what? I agree
For
with
4
that.
years.
The longest 3 weeks of my life.
If they'd have said at the start it's going to be 2 months, I probably wouldn't be here. I'd just be in a ditch.
Where would you be?
Yeah.
Outside the house. Wow.
That's not allowed.
But instead I am here, and I'm drinking a tropical fruit-flavoured IPA.
Oh, that looks nice.
And myself, a
Oh, it's over.
Bohemian Pilsner Lager.
It's not a beer unless it goes down your legs. That's what my uncle always says.
Delicious and hoppy.
His bar's been closed before the corona incident. As I dried the settee with my sock. Let's go to the guys and say, what have you been up to for the past week? Bank holiday, Easter. Did you do anything special, Dave?
No. I got a load of Easter. My mum sent me some Easter eggs up, so we done our own Easter egg hunt, which is nice.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Just I hid all my Easter eggs in my room, and I was like, "Where are they?"
So when you say we,
I meant me.
you
Yeah,
hid all your Easter eggs.
I made everyone in the house watch as I find them as well, and then eat them in front of them.
Did you find them all, Dave?
I didn't. I'm still looking now. It's around here somewhere.
Guys, if you could look at Dave's room now and just see if you can spot them, that'd be great. Thank you. That's our first
I'm the
segment.
map.
What's your favourite Easter egg?
It's got to be rather a caramel one, because then you get the caramel chocolates with it, or a flake, because you can't go wrong with a flake.
You
Another
can,
flake.
Dave. It's all messy.
Unless you got a bowl. or one of them baby things. You ever seen them
Like a
baby
bib,
things,
a
right?
plastic bib to catch
But
them
then
in.
they've got the cup things, and then it falls
Yeah.
in, and then you can just scoop it out afterwards.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't have one of them, Dave.
I do.
Max, you told me about you had a great time with the 75p eggs.
Oh, yeah.
How many did you get?
Got 2 of them.
Yeah.
The great thing about Easter being over finally is that all of the Easter eggs are now reduced. So an Easter egg that 2 days ago would have been £8. You're looking at £2.50. So
Not bad at all.
That's the
you
sweet
do the
treat,
math,
isn't
you
it?
know.
To be fair, the Easter egg that you bought for a tenner a couple of days ago, I've just seen for like £2 now.
Good. Sorry, the spirit of Easter. You know, Jesus wanted me to buy that and pay an extortionate fee.
Exactly.
He was a
Going towards the
capitalist.
church.
Yeah.
Jesus died to fill Tesco's pockets. That's been written in the Bible.
Page
That's the
85, John.
These aren't the only prophets that are going to rise.
Oh, that's nice. That's clever.
Thank you.
We're not going to top that, are we? Tom, what have you been up to this week or last week?
I don't know, Stephen. Every day is the same now. I wake up,
Good.
I play FIFA, maybe go for a run. That's it.
You've been working out a lot in the hall.
I have been working out in the hall. Yeah, you need to have some kind of focus. I do anticipate this being on for a while, as you say.
Yeah.
You know, it's quite testing if it's going to be a longer period of time. So I'm going to try and get in shape. So at least it wasn't all for nothing. Yeah, finally, Max. I know you've been on my case for years.
Yeah. I didn't want to say nothing.
Have some of Max's protein eggs. They work a treat.
What about you, Steve? What have you been up to?
Not much really. I should be working, but I'm so unmotivated at the moment.
Yeah, likewise.
I don't think I've even watched anything good. I've watched a lot of Disney movies.
Do you know what? I'm on Disney Plus now. I've been watching The Simpsons.
Yeah.
Disney Plus
I
came
was
out at the
Simpsons.
perfect time.
Let's talk about the future. When do we all predict this will be over? Let's talk dates. And I don't mean the sweet
Please.
fruit.
What's your prediction, Max?
Hopefully it never ends. Hopefully this is it, for now.
This is life now.
Yeah. We all become hermits.
Max,
Cave dwellers.
if you were, in quarantine for the rest of your life with your girlfriend, would you propose? Would you get married in your room?
Sure.
Why not?
I mean, if we're going to be living together, it'd be nice to get some sweet tax benefits.
Yeah.
And obviously, me and you are registered ministers.
We
of
are,
marriage.
yeah.
Yeah, so we can help each other out there.
The power granted to you by the state of Connecticut.
Yep.
We'll help you officiate this marriage.
You need two marriage people then.
Yeah. Did it
I have an
online,
online
a
certificate,
few years
my
ago.
How do you do that then? Do you got to be special words or something? Like you have to say, "I'll put your hand on a Bible" or anything?
No, I think you just have to have. It's like just a power of. You just register with you're like a local authority or something, or.
Oh right, okay.
Yeah.
How fascinating.
Yeah.
Dave, you're without your girlfriend at the moment.
I am. Been
Your mum
quite
didn't send
lonely.
her up in a box. Did you? Are you missing her?
I am, very much so, to be fair. It's been a while. We're up Manchester, she's down in Kent. We don't see each other as it is, and we was meant to see each other, and then this thing happened, so, but it's frustrating.
At least you've got those memories of Northampton.
Yeah.
No one can take them away.
No one take them away, exactly. I've got them for the rest of my life. So, yeah. I've got a photo of her face, put it on my pillow, so it's alright.
Oh, that's lovely. There's an egg underneath it. Dave, the question on everyone's mind is, do you shag that pillow?
No. Don't know what you mean.
The camera's on.
Dave, what date are you predicting for us to be free?
I honestly think November. I reckon we're going to be free by September maybe, and it's all going to be gone by November.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's going to be a long time.
Well, from what I've read, and I think they're going to. Sounds like they're going to relax it because they're managing the flow of how many people get it at once. So it's going to probably be relaxed in maybe a month and a half's time. Kind of go back to normal, but then it's going to come again, and we'll probably go into lockdown measures later in the year, September, October, November. So I don't know. I think 2020 is going to be a bit of a write-off in terms of being completely normal.
Yeah, it is. Thanks to my White Haze IPA.
I'm going to turn 30 in quarantine, so that'll be fun.
No,
maybe
you won't make it to 30.
No.
This does affect the elderly more, Tom, so stay safe. What about yourself, Stephen?
I reckon we'll be at the younger people will be out in a month. Older people, like the OAPs, will still be kept in for a while longer.
I'd hate to be them.
Yeah, I reckon we'll be out in a month, and at the latest June.
Yeah.
I think things will be back open again in June, early June.
Have you heard about all these mental house parties that have been going on in Manchester? They shut down 500 or something.
Yeah, it's
600.
ridiculous, man. Ridiculous. Just in Manchester alone as well.
Well, Greater Manchester, so Wigan was involved.
True.
Wigan. Makes sense.
All over the place.
There's your problem.
I mean, you'll catch things at the best of times in a Wigan house party. Never mind when there's.
Usually it's sexually transmitted, but this one.
we hinted it, and Dave just opens the door.
I didn't get the joke.
Dave, have you had any house parties just with your roommate?
No, we did actually. We done a pub crawl around the house, but we named each room. So we even drunk in the toilets. I was like, "Go on, get it down here."
Wow.
But, yeah, it was brilliant. It was brilliant.
Dave.
What was your room during the bar crawl, Dave?
Mine was a what's it called? A sports bar. I put a FIFA game on and simulated a FIFA game. We was going mental. It was sick.
What about James Ormerod? What was his room?
His room, it was just a poker room. He had the poker in his room. But his room was the last one, so when we got really tired, he was really up for playing poker, and I was fucked. So I couldn't be arsed, so I went to bed. He was well annoyed.
I bet he hadn't drank the whole night.
Saving it. Like, oh, should we play now? Well, I'm off to bed. I suggest everyone else go as well. The less friends he has.
The only person that's in the room was me with a bag of Monster Munch.
Let's move on to the future. Hopeful times.
Yeah.
You know. It's not. It's going to be terrible, probably. I've got a list of things I think we can all discuss. What's going to happen in the future? Start off with the royal family.
Okay.
Max, you're the royalist amongst us.
Oh yeah, do you know me? Love them royals.
Yeah.
I mean, it's all sort of coming apart at the moment. Was it Harry or William or one of the kids?
You're the royalist of the group.
One of them.
Harry's left.
Yeah, sure. He's fucked off to Canada with his wife. Prince Andrew, he's probably fucked off to prison for being well, yeah. I mean, they're all going to die soon. The older ones, I'd assume.
So, do you think in the future, like 20 years down the line or 30 years, do you think the royal family will have...
I do actually think they'll always be there.
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
I don't think.
I don't know. We've had the Queen for so long, and I think there is. Well, there have been talk of like possibly a referendum on whether to carry on funding the royal family in the way that we do now, which might come about when the Queen passes away. Because it'll be. I don't think Charles is really as popular.
Is when she dies, they're obviously going to have to change all the coins to Prince Charles.
Yeah, which is going to be a pain.
He's going to die in about a year anyway. There's going to be all these like ultra, rare sort of Prince Charles pound coins out on the market for like a year, and then when he fucks off, it's going to be. Is it George?
No, it's William.
It'll be William.
So, Dave.
Yeah.
20 years time, will Queen Elizabeth still be alive? That's the main question.
Probably. That woman could survive a nuclear explosion. Like she's like, what's them bugs things? What them bugs?
Cockroaches.
Cockroaches. She's like one of them, but a nice lady. Like a nice. Imagine a nice cockroach.
You've even speaking to David Icke.
You were just on the chopping block there, Dave, until you went, she's a nice lady.
See, I love the Queen, mate. I love her, all of them. I think they're brilliant. But I think...
Andrew? Ooh.
He's mistaken. No, he's a knob. But apart from him, they're alright, I think. I reckon there will be a royal family, just because the amount of money it brings in for... England. Does it bring money in for England?
Yeah.
Oh, do they?
I think. I think people would still, would still look after all the palaces and everything, and people would still want to come and visit.
Yeah.
I reckon
it's the history. That's.
Yeah. I've said this.
King Brooklyn Beckham. That's what I want to say. I once met Prince Charles in Wales. And
what's he like?
I say met, he walked past me.
Well, don't lie.
Yeah, it was a flimsy connection.
Yeah.
I reckon they Yeah, they'll still be there. But I don't reckon Prince Charles will get a go on the throne.
Do you not think? No.
Nah. I reckon he'll just pass it
Even if
down
it's
to
10
his
minutes,
son.
he's been waiting for it. I think
He has it, yeah.
I think he'll hold out.
He's quite funny, Charles. Have you seen the video of him where he's meeting everyone during the coronavirus and he's not allowed to shake their hands? Keeps putting his hand out and he goes, afterwards. It's brilliant.
That sounds
Typical
like
Charles.
an irresponsible role.
Yeah.
He's killed millions, Dave.
That'd be great. Look at that.
Yeah. That's my opening.
If he's the Prince of Wales, is he?
Yeah.
Then who's the Prince of Scotland?
Good question.
A mysterious second brother that we don't know about.
Duncan Bannatyne.
And the Queen is still ruler of Great Britain, so I think she'd still be Scotland.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's a title for Prince of... I don't know.
Is it Dutch of Edinburgh or something like that? Duke of Edinburgh? Something along those lines?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Sounds right.
Technology. I've got some outrageous things for us to discuss with technology. So first of all, there's robots, Xenobots, that they've been working on. And get a load of this.
Cool.
These are tiny hybrid robots made using stem cells from frog embryos that could one day be used to swim around human bodies to specific areas requiring medicine, or to gather microplastic in the oceans. They're neither a traditional robot nor a known species of animal. It's a new class of artifact, a living programmable organism. That sounds fucking terrifying.
It does, but sick as what? So what they're saying is they can swim around in your body and fix something wrong with you.
Target.
It's like the magic bus.
Have you ever seen Osmosis Jones? Reminds me of that.
Oh, yeah, I watched that in biology.
Yeah. Reminds me, you know, where he's got to go down. There's the tablet. That'd be quite cool, actually. I'd like them little robots inside. Do you reckon they'd be able to like move, like change? Like if you had loads in your belly, could make them a racker out of it, just shake your belly up and down.
That's what I want at the moment, Dave. This is.
That's what I want to know.
Well, I did look at that when I was putting together this week's Tom Looney.
Whoa!
Yeah, there is this kind of
to finish this before I see Tom Looney.
this. The downside is that by that time we'll have the ability to kind of like transmit thoughts, and that these little nanobots could be transmitting our thoughts to a kind of data mining cloud.
Zuckerberg will
mine
be all
cloud.
over that, won't he?
Yeah.
Mental.
Insane.
How many years are they talking
Look forward
about
to
this?
that.
Is this within the next 30 years? Or is it?
Some of it is. A lot of this technology is kind of already being worked on.
Do you reckon we'll be alive?
I think a lot of it is. Yeah, a lot of this technology will be in our lifetime because it tends to speed up. Like in 10 years, you know, it'll be a very different world.
Well, my biggest thing that I hate
We'll
is,
still be locked indoors.
is when people
3 more weeks. Sorry.
Is when people rob my jokes, and if someone could rob my thoughts, then that crafty scientist is going to have a really bang average YouTube channel.
Do you worry that your job might be replaced by a robot? Do you think a robot could do what you do?
Well, I've been told my acting's robotic as it is. So wow, thank you. Let's move on to comedy. There was no link between my videos and this. So why I've put this in is because I feel like over the past 5 years, there's been a shift where, especially on social media, people just get offended very easily. It's become harder to make jokes. It seems like you're either really offensive or you're playing it safe. There's no in between. You used to be able to, do a bit of both. But on Twitter, people are just getting cancelled left, right, and centre.
I hope it's a phase.
I think comedy's gone downhill since that. I think personally.
Yeah.
As a student of comedy, comedians are scared of what they can and can't say.
Are you scared?
Now, I am. I'm very.
I don't know. I think that there is this problem online, and I think it is linked to jealousy and people seeing lives and other things that they want or whatever. But everyone, not just comedy, everyone's always trying to tear people down and, shut other people down. And I don't know, with comedy, if you... I don't know if it's, people that aren't very funny, maybe. We'll get this guy cancelled. I don't know, maybe it's...
Well, I think...
It's on Twitter, it is mad, like, how much of that sort of stuff goes on. Like, you see somebody make a comment that, like, it's more racist to say that's a racist comment than the actual comment in the first place, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, certain things like that always makes me laugh. But, yeah, it's just crazy.
My argument to it is, if you don't like it...
Cancelled.
Well, it's the lack of context online as well, isn't it? Because something takes place in a conversation, or a podcast or a comedy show where there's a shared context, and you really can say anything if it's appropriate in that moment. You take it out of that moment, it might not be appropriate, but it gets blown up online, and people, it happened with someone.
I'll tell you what I do like though.
Recent comedy thing
Hold
where,
on, Max. What?
with one of our tutors. That did something during a comedy show at the Comedy Store.
Oh, yeah.
And then it later got, this person shared it online, and then a massive Twitter storm followed, just from this stupid little joke he made, and he was having to apologise, and I think Jimmy Carr made a comment,
Kevin
Ricky
Bridges.
Gervais. Yeah.
Everyone's very quick to jump on a bandwagon and say, this is awful, blah, blah, blah. But then when you see the other side, people don't often recover from the first initial attack. Like in that case, the person from our course did. He was fine. But people often have to carry that stigma of the first thought where, he's sexist, he's racist, whatever. So it's tricky. The good thing about what we do is that we don't take ourselves seriously enough to the point where we can get cancelled.
Speak for yourself.
Yeah.
Human.
The only saving grace to my point is, we can see you now. You're being filmed.
I think as well, playing ridiculous versions of yourselves. These stupid characters where you can kind of get away with stuff because it's the character and not necessarily you.
Yeah.
So, a little bit of layering it should. But again, that should help. But the problem is, if you were to say something as a character where you were presenting it as, well, this is obviously ridiculous. Someone could take that out of context, and before you know it, you might have to, be asked to apologise for saying something.
But then, when I give them the context, they're going to be in stitches. They are going to be creased AF, as I like to say.
It's like what's it? Always Sunny in Philadelphia. All them characters are just horribly bad. That when they do make a racist remark or a sexist, when they do make a remark,
I think Danny DeVito's done like blackface on that show.
He has. Yeah. They sing a whole song about wanting to say the N-word, but it's where they're taking a mick out themselves. They're taking a piss out them type of people. They get away with it.
I'm just glad 4 white men on the podcast can sort of go through these issues and sort it out once and for all.
Putting the world to rights. Let's have a quick break as we turn to our first ever sponsor.
Yay! We've made it!
Beer 52. Look at that.
Yeah.
How does 8 craft beers for the price of a London pint sound?
What?
All you need to do is go to www.beer52.com/Stephen, and for just £5, you'll get your first case of 8 globally sourced, fresh as can be craft beers delivered right to your doorstep, which is perfect for these times when you can't go out for a drink. They bring the pub to you.
And even if you could, these are not the kind of beers you would get in the supermarket. I've not seen any of these before.
I haven't either.
And I've
really interesting stuff.
Ran into Tesco the other day screaming for Milky Stout. They turned me away at the door.
Probably because you were screaming. Or, of course, most supermarkets have a queue these days, mate. You need to get in line and then start your screaming. Build up the volume as you go through. So, let's put the question here. What does a fiver get you nowadays? Max, what does it get you nowadays?
What, 1 pint?
What else?
Or 6 chicken nuggets?
Yeah.
That's true enough. Well, for the price of 1 measly pint in London, you can be sipping 8 totally different craft beers sourced and curated by the good folks at Beer 52.
Wow.
They'll drop it right to your door, so you don't even need to leave the house. If you're looking to stock up on beer, now's your chance. What I love about this is each month they send you a case of craft beer from a different part of the country, a different bit of the world actually. Recent themes have included the Alps, New Zealand, famous for wines, but also craft beers, the USA.
Yeah,
Ooh.
That's another country.
Ireland, of course. Germany, why not? But look at this, Korea. They don't state whether it's north or south. Maybe it's the whole place. Maybe they've united over the taste of craft beer.
Thank you, Beer 52. You did what Donald Trump could never do.
There's something falling from the sky from Kim Jong-un. What is it? It's a white haze IPA. Thank you. Thank you, Kim. And if you do change your mind about, getting these deliveries of Beer 52, you can pause or cancel the amount anytime you like. That's good. That's
really
reasonable.
good, yeah.
And so all you have to do is go to www.beer52, that's the numbers 52.com/Stephen to get your first case of 8 beers for £5. That's www.beer52.com/Stephen. And Stephen's spelled with a PH, guys. Alright?
Yeah.
There'll be a link in the description. So, Max, now it's time to put it to the max. How does it taste?
Right, so I've cracked it open. I've let it breathe for a bit. I'm ready to try my first sip of Milky Stout. Galway
Lovely.
Bay, buried at sea.
Nice.
Oh God!
First taste I'm getting. Very heavy, very hard on the milk. And that's stout.
Wait a minute.
That's beautiful. I could picture me having that with a lovely bowl of cornflakes in the morning. Probably about 5 of them.
Max, could we maybe have some positive comments about the drink?
It leaves a refreshing taste on the lips and the tongue.
On the lips.
Beautiful.
It's one more taste. I shouldn't have keyed that.
Max, can we get a rating out of 10, please?
Out of 10, that's a solid 8.5.
Oh, that's a beautiful score.
Nice.
That's a first in university.
What about
There we have
yourself?
it. I'd give this a 9 because, you know what, I'm not the biggest beer drinker, but when it's a tropical flavour, Daddy likes. It's a quite Max Smith stout.
Yeah, and the stout's good as well.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
So there we have it. Thank you to P52. Now let's hop back to the world of the future.
Hey.
I didn't even mean that. That's crazy.
What a segue.
So, travelling in the future.
Will we ever be able to travel again?
Teleportation.
Ooh, that's
Yeah.
a shout.
I reckon.
Oh,
Go on, Dave.
I reckon we might be able to down the line.
How many years are you talking?
I reckon about 75.
And would it cost a lot, Dave?
Probably. You probably have to use. The way I'm thinking of it is like rent. So every time you use it, you have to pay. Although that's like everything you use, I suppose. So.
Enjoy your free trial. Teleport to the other side of the world. But if you want to get back,
there's only one thing you can do.
you ever go to Tesco and just rent some eggs and milk?
Maybe what I meant, like, it was like a ticket. So like a train, you have to buy it, you have to use it. You have to put your ticket. You write down where you want to go, and it like braids and shit. You know, deaf people, blind.
so
people.
you write down where you want to go.
Yeah, and then the braids.
This crazy
blind
technology,
people
and you're writing down where you want to go.
Yeah. Or typing it in, depending what one you've got. It might be the Mark II, so you might have to write notes down. Don't know.
Yeah.
And would there be a first class, Dave?
The first class?
Yeah, probably.
Would you teleport horizontally, lying down?
You would I don't know what you know, like in a train, you know, where the luxury bit, the first class, they just put the tissue down.
Oh, lovely, yeah. So
you get one of them when you put your ticket in. A tissue comes out. Cushy.
Perfect.
That's your first class ticket. That.
I don't know.
And then when you arrive, I reckon it's just quicker first class. I reckon you don't have to do none of that fannying about.
Instantaneous.
Yeah. I mean, so if it's, so if I pay economy rate, it's going to take me a week.
It's going to take you 2 seconds.
It's like Uber Pool.
Yeah.
You have to, Colin's going first. He's going off to World War II in Germany. Would you actually? Is that different? That's time travel?
That's time travel, yeah.
Myself look like I'm right.
At least it's not me.
Dave, where would you teleport to if you got the chance?
If I could teleport anywhere, a bank vault. But
how would you get out?
Getting in, same. Oh shit! Are you only allowed to go there once? Is that it?
Yeah, that's it, Dave.
Right, you're not allowed to get back. All right, okay, right. Can I change mine?
No.
I would have said on top of the pyramid.
What pyramid?
Straight away.
The old co-op pyramid in Stockport.
The pyramid of Giza, because imagine just walking around, right, the pyramid, and then suddenly you hear a flash, and then someone's on top. Everyone's like, what the fuck's he
and then
doing?
there's Dave with a tissue.
Exactly. Flapping it about like that.
Frantically waving it. I'm making a terrible mistake.
First class.
So we've got Elon Musk is working on a train that goes 760 miles per hour.
Yeah,
so his idea is to get across country in America in 30 minutes, which to me is just mental.
Speed? I don't understand speed. Like the miles per hour.
760 miles per hour is very quick.
Well, what did Concorde used to be able to do? Because that was, we're going into the past there for a jet that got to America from London much faster than we travel now. Technology's there.
No concept of what you're on about, Tom. I hope it's
was it like an hour?
I don't know.
Why did they stop using them?
Because they're too dangerous, weren't they?
I don't know. I think it was more the expense of it because they were phasing it out before it had that crash in Paris.
Is it the one with the bent nose where it's like that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, thought so.
You think one with a straighter nose would go faster?
Yeah, that's what I would have thought, because like the aerodynamics. Because when people were skiing, they put their head forward, didn't they? I suppose.
They do, yeah. They sort of bend over.
Exactly.
So, I've got war.
Yeah.
Will there be a third world war in our lifetime?
Yeah.
If there is going to be one, it'll be a nuclear war, I reckon.
Yeah.
I reckon the third war will be the last.
Well, for us.
Yeah, for us, yeah.
Who's going to start it? Who would you say the two countries to...
Definitely America.
Me versus
Max
America,
and the
baby.
United States of America.
I'm full of milk stout, and I'm ready for a fight.
America and one of the stands.
Yeah.
One of the stands.
Yeah, like Afghanistan, Pakistan,
Stanley
Kubrick.
So I reckon Russia might
Russia
might piss someone off.
Yeah.
Korea's going to join in.
Well, they'll be welcomed with their lovely, refreshing beers.
Yeah.
I'm thinking more kind of Karl Marx, the people rising up.
Wow,
against the world establishment.
Yeah.
Cross-border shit.
Jeff Bezos against the poor of the world.
Yeah.
I think Jeff might win. I feel like he's going to try and make himself into Iron Man. Sort of.
He's paying $1 billion a year on immortality. Like he's got a company that are trying to work out how to make him immortal. He's spent $1 billion a year on it. Yeah.
Because that's to us, it's impossible to be immortal. I'd love to work for that company.
Yeah.
I've been working, Jeff. I've been crunching the numbers.
I've got my pen. I've got my paper.
I'm going to need another 100 million, but I'm getting there, Jeff. I think it's coming.
Do you reckon the scientists are laughing to themselves? Yeah, that'll be $1 billion, Jeff. Get a load of this guy. Immortality.
We're getting Amazon Prime for free. This channel.
Well, I think maybe the idea probably, I can't imagine you'd make one person immortal, but being able to take someone's cryogenically frozen brain and create like a human robot hybrid, might be something that they're working towards.
And I guarantee if Jeff Bezos could do that, he would only let himself be able to do it and not let anyone else get near it. Like, if he had a son who was dying, he'd be like, I'm sorry.
It's just me. How much do you reckon immortality would cost?
Oof.
Could you put a price on immortality?
You're looking more than the price of teleporting to Giza.
Yeah.
Or 6 chicken
Tissue and all.
Yeah. Tissue and all.
Immortality, that'd be billions.
Would you want to be an immortalitist?
I'd hate to be
immortalist.
I'd take a bit of a longer life, maybe, but the idea that I could never die and everything around me is just turning to shit.
I have a feeling it would be like...
What if humans die out and I'm just on my own?
Just sat around with a bunch of lions.
Just dancing around the pyramids.
With your tissue.
Right. I've got films written down because I've got a rogue shout that... I don't know what film I was watching, but I thought... it was 101 Dalmatians. And I thought... In the next 50 years, I think an animal's going to win the best actor. when you watch 101 Dalmatians, the live action, and you see the emotion in that Dalmatian's face as its puppies have all gone missing, I was taken aback. I thought, I could see a ferret picking up one of those awards.
Well, again, obviously there's so much crossover with Tom Looney today. It just seems everything seems to be coming up. But something else that I looked at was some expert from somewhere basically said that in a few years' time, you'd be looking at most actors, bar the A-listers that we currently have, will probably be done entirely by CGI because it's a lot cheaper.
Yeah. Fine, two ones.
Who are producers going to feel up?
Sexy little
one of the colours juicing out.
They did it in one of the latest Star Wars films. They got the guy that played Grand Moff Tarkin died years ago.
Oh, Bradley Walsh.
Sure. And they had him in the film using CGI, which is quite weird.
They did that with... Go on, sorry.
Is that what you were going to say? No.
Martin Luther King.
No.
He was in Star Wars, yes.
No, they did a concert with Tupac as a hologram.
Yeah.
Oh, that's sick.
He had more stage presence than most acts, I'll tell you that.
Was he lip singing? I hate it when they lip sing. Dead or not? Dead or
I think I don't know how they did that. I think they had a video of him from a former performance, but as a hologram. So that was interesting. What were you going to say, Dave?
That's what they did with the. Remember you saying the CGI? You remember that bloke who died in the car crash? The actor, what's his name? Paul Walker. That's the one.
Paul Walker.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
They CGI'd his face at the end of one of the films he done, didn't they?
Oh right.
Yeah. Oh, Fast and Furious. That's one.
Oh yeah.
Bit of knowledge for you there.
Thank you. So do we have any rogue predictions for? Well, should we just put TV, films, entertainment? How's that going to change? Is TV still going to be a thing in 20 years? Or is it all going to be Netflix, Amazon?
The recent Black Mirror where you kind of choose where the episode goes. Obviously, that's quite...
Bandersnatch, was that it?
I think so.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's very interactive, isn't it? So, could just be the start.
Yeah.
Could just... I've always wanted it.
I'll say no more.
Tom's working on an interactive film of Tom Looney. No matter which path you take, it's crazy.
My idea of telly in the future is you get a table, like a glass table thing, and in Star Wars where the light comes up and the holograms are like there, I reckon that's going to be telly. We're not going to have TVs anymore. We're going to have holograms, and the holograms are going to run around.
Experience.
Oh, mate, that'd be bloody amazing. I'd love that. I want that now, actually.
Let's introduce Tom
Do
Lody.
it. Let's do it.
Okay, so
He's
this
had
week
a can. He's made a plan. It's Tom Lody.
I've just been having a look at what experts, some of the outlandish things that they're predicting are going to happen. Some of them years and years and years down the line when we're all likely to be dead, but some of them not so far away, as early as the next 10 years. So here's one. You'll be able to communicate with dead relatives via virtual reality.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's hard enough avoiding them at the moment.
How are they going to go about that then? What are they going to do for that?
Well, I guess it's basically using AI. You'll be able to...
White noise.
Does that mean that no one will get away with murder?
Well, that's a bit like Minority Report, isn't it?
Yeah.
That to me
Seen
just
that
sounds
film.
like they're just gonna to scan your face, say, "Oh, he likes biscuits and going out to clubs." So then, when you talk to them,
what shit did the bio is this?
He liked biscuits. I never realised he liked them this much. It's all he seems to talk about.
and it will just be you talking to a computer. You won't actually be talking to it. Like, they're not going to bring back the dead.
You're telling me I'm getting catfished by my granddad? Did you tell the joke at a penguin bar?
So here's one. Well, we've kind of already seen this in a film. Dinosaur zoos. Apparently, they already have enough soft tissue samples from like frozen creatures like woolly mammoths and stuff that they can already feasibly look to bring these back. I guess if the
There's already
whether it's
5
ethical.
films. Yeah. There's already 5 films telling us not to do that. So my vote would, stick with the knowledge of the film.
Just throw a carpet on an elephant. You've sorted.
So
Dress
here's
up
one.
a chicken.
Well, this is one that I think is looking at within the next few years that cars that you drive yourself will completely go out of fashion. They'll be considered unsafe. So by the time 2030 comes about, most of it will be self-driving, and driving cars will be the kind of hand-me-downs that we don't really have here.
Only the poor people drive.
Can't they?
Yeah, poorer countries will be driving them.
I can't wait to see Jeremy Clarkson when that happens. We send the passenger seat of a Ferrari.
In the world.
There's going to be some sort of retro kid driving a car properly. Like, I was born in the wrong generation.
How do you reckon speeding would work with them? Do you reckon they could speed, or?
It would all. I'd assume it would all be in one like a big computer system.
Yeah.
Because
I see
that you just like
no
wheels
Wall-E?
or anything. You're just kind of floating through a tube.
You know in Wall-E?
Yeah. No, I was
the
thinking
fat
the same
people
thing.
on that sort of thing.
Yeah.
I would want that. I would want that.
Will they be above the ground then?
I think so.
But then who's going to be the first person to be crushed by, an Uber carrying Max Smith? That's the question.
hopefully,
Well, it's already happened, hasn't it? Well, no, not that's already happened. But didn't a self-driving Uber already kill someone? I think in America, possibly.
There's a system that they're putting that like a philosophical question for these sort of self-driving cars.
Yeah.
And they're going to have to implant it into self-driving cars, which is basically if it's driving down the road and there's 2 people in front of it and it has to swerve and it would have to kill one of them, like it would have to assign a number to like how valuable that person's life is.
Yeah.
And it would have to kill the person at the least value of life, which is like a
Makes
proper
sense.
thing that they're working.
Do you have one more?
Yes, please.
Let's have a look. What have we got?
I want something proper loony.
This one's interesting because this is apparently predicted to be available by the early 2030s. Interplanetary internet available with the first Martian colonies. That is
so we'll be able to speak to...
expected within 15 years.
So if there's anything out there, we'll be able to...
Well, already they expect to have settlements on Mars, and we'll share an internet with them.
That'd be sick.
For 2.5.
Would you go to Mars, Dave?
Yeah, definitely. I'd go just to say I've been, then fuck off again.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to live there.
Yeah.
Once you're there, you have to.
That.
They did this whole thing where they've got a load of astronauts that are going to do it,
Yeah.
and they've had to sign documents saying like once they've gone to Mars, they can never come back.
How gutted would they be if that spaceship blew up on the way to Mars?
That'd be so gutted.
Pretty good.
They'd be dead, Dave.
How annoying would that be?
Tom, they'd be gutted, alright? They'd be floating in between the
They'll be
vast
gutted.
expanse of space.
Then
I am
dead.
fucking fuming.
It's then when you contact them in the afterlife and they just go on about, jammy doctors. Now, speaking of the future, in many years to come, will IMAX be any good? This is the question.
I hope so.
Wow.
I'm the biggest champion.
Max, what have you got for it this week?
So, obviously, with the whole quarantine situation, IMAX has hit a bit of a roadblock because, as you guys know, I love to review only the freshest and newest movies.
Yeah. That's true.
That's out at the cinemas at the moment. And the cinemas are shut, so...
What was the issue with it prior to quarantine?
Hush your lips, Looney Cooney. I've had to go through the banks of footage and stuff that I've got at home, and I remembered a short while ago in the year 2009. Me and a dear friend of mine, Thomas Cooney, got an invite to the set of Terminator Salvation.
Oh, wow.
A movie set in the future. And
so you remembered this in 2009?
No, it happened in 2009.
Right. Okay.
I remembered it in the year 2020.
Yeah, just remembered it. Right.
So I thought this would be just a little bit of fun, a little bit of a change. But this is just some of the audio recording for that I took from our time there.
Oh wow, yeah.
This is going to be fun.
Hey Tom.
Hello.
Look at us, two fat cats in a big city of Hollywood, helping our good friend, critically acclaimed director McG, film Terminator Salvation. Imagine what our lives would be like if we never met him.
It could be so different.
Too true. Oh look, it's our good friend Christian Bale. Say hello.
Hiya!
Tom.
Hey Christian, can me and Tom help you with anything?
Can I have Tom put this on, please?
No, mate.
Jesus, I'm so sorry, Christian. I didn't think Tom was like this.
No, don't just be sorry. Think for 1 fucking second.
Tom, please just help him put it on.
No, mate.
I want to fucking kick your fucking ass, Tom. You don't shut up for a second, all right?
Tom, why wouldn't you just put it on him?
Yeah, people pay a lot of money for this stuff.
Why? Why would you wear something like this?
Just in the middle of, Market Street in Manchester.
Fuck's sake, man, you're amateur.
Christian, please don't ever go at Tom. He's got a lot on his plate.
So many jobs.
You don't fucking understand what it's like working with actors. That's what that is. Tom.
For God's sake, Tom, have you never worked in the movie business?
I did for a few months.
Shut the fuck up!
No, mate.
And I'm telling you. I'm not asking, I'm telling you, Tom.
This is a big risk.
You are trashing my scene! You do it one more fucking time, and I ain't walking on this set if you're still hired, Tom.
For God's sake, Tom, stop it.
What don't you fucking understand, Tom? I want you off the fucking set, you prick! Tom, what don't you get about it, Tom? Give me a fucking answer! Tom.
No, mate.
Stay off the fucking set, man. For fuck's sake. Tom, seriously, man, you and me, we're fucking done professionally. Fucking ass.
Yeah, forget that guy, Christian. What do you think about me?
You're a nice guy!
Hey, what words would you use to describe me, Tom?
Popular and fun.
Oh, tee-hee. That's so cute. Thank you.
Wow.
Very good. Very good.
That must have been tough for Tom to relive.
Yeah.
What was a traumatic experience there.
And the voice in my head there was played by Max, I think.
It's amazing. Christian Bale, I didn't know if he was one of those people who just constantly reuses your name to make sure you're listening. But, impressive like that. Very impressive like that.
I always thought he was Welsh, not American.
Yeah.
Well, he's Welsh, but he's got one of those transatlantic ones, isn't he?
Oh, one of them.
He was so in character as well.
That's amazing. Yeah, thank you for that exclusive there.
Yeah.
Just a little blast from the past, you know.
Max, do you still speak to Christian?
Because he took a liking to you, didn't he?
He was a big fan of me. He's a big fan of IMAX as well.
Is he?
Yeah, always constantly messaging me. It's nice to have one fan. But you know, it's after what he said to Tom, I couldn't stay friends with him. You know.
But you've kept in touch with him, and it's nice to have him as a fan.
We're more like frenemies than anything else.
Well, thank you very much for that, Max.
No worries.
Well done. Now for our next segment, which is Stephen Lies. Someone's clapping. Of course, we can't lie about the future. Only Prime Ministers do that. Cheers, mate. Cheers.
So I just saw something.
Yeah, was it a mirror? We have fun. So what I'm going to do is tell you something from a past Dave, okay?
Yeah.
Much the opposite of the theme today, but
yeah.
we'll roll with it. As will Tom and Max. So I think we've got one lie this week, 2 truths.
Okay.
I'm going to go to Max first. Take it away.
When I was 7 years old, my mother got me a fortune cookie that told me I would die in an aeroplane crash.
Okay.
Yeah, you can go next.
When I was 4 years old, I shat myself twice in 5 minutes.
Okay.
During the second year of university, on a night out, I had to leave a night out early and take a distraught Matt Smith home, who'd realised that he wasn't going to be able to play the new Batman game until after Christmas when he got his student loan.
Oh, that's the most believable one you've ever said, Tom. Okay, alright then, Max. Okay, so, you were 7, you say.
7 years old, yeah.
7 years old.
So we used to go to a sort of a takeaway around the corner, but you could also eat in.
Yeah,
and they would
one of
do
them
like,
ones.
Yeah, they would do like these sort of crazy fortune cookies, and obviously my mum picked the wrong one. She was meant to give it to somebody else.
Right.
She just told me that I would die horrificly in a plane crash, which I think is where a lot of these sort of.
Who was she meant to give that to?
A worst nemesis.
Close. My
dad.
was going on holiday. Wow. I've got a tight-knit family, thank you very much. It was my uncle, he was going on holiday the next week.
Right.
What, and your mum and your uncle don't get on? Or is it just
They
one
get
of those
on like
people?
a house on fire.
Oh, yeah. Or a plane going down. Okay. And was you scared of planes after that at all? Was you...
Yeah, I haven't been on holiday since.
Really? Okay. So it petrified you. Do you believe in all that superstition shit?
I do.
You do?
I'm one of those weirdos that can't stand on the 3.
I do that, to be fair, on drains. I miss out the 3rd drain. I'm not superstitious, it's just that one. Okay, alright then, Max. Steve, let's go back to you. You shit yourself twice in, 5 minutes? Mate, what were the reasonings?
Rookie numbers.
Well, I was 4 years old, and I don't know. I guess I just shat myself, and then told my
just another
dad,
one comes up,
and he cleaned me up. I was all clean and tidy, and then I was thinking about being clean and with a fresh body that I was jumping up and down on my bed. And probably was unwell, and that shook things about my body. And
Probably.
I shook myself again, and so it was the second.
I hate it when that happens. Do you remember it well, or was it one of those memories that you got told by your dad or your mum or something like that?
No, I remember telling my dad that I'd shat myself in the first place, and then I vaguely remember saying it again 5 minutes later. It's an emotion that you don't really understand at a young age, but now if it happened, I'd be like, oh, you really are pathetic. I was celebrating, cleaning myself after shitting my pants. I was jumping up and down on the bed like Liverpool had won the Champions League, and then of course
shit come out more.
again. Yeah.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. Very unfortunate. Okay then. So
Did your dad just clean you straight up, or was he kind of like
annoyed after this one?
Yeah. Build off some names.
I was only 4. Okay. So let's go.
Yep.
So you had to take Max home because he was upset that he couldn't play Batman until after Christmas.
It was. I think it was. I can't remember was it first or second year, but either it was just before Christmas, and Max was having financial trouble, and we were actually stood in the smoking area outside Fifth Ave, and Max got talking about the new Batman game. And I think in that moment it hit him that he wasn't going to be able to afford it until the loan came through in kind of January or something. And he got very upset and started crying. We went back inside, and obviously I didn't think anything of it. And then I realised he wasn't there, and I'd seen him off to the side, just sobbing to himself. So in the end, I think he had a bit to drink, so I had to take him home, and because he was completely inconsolable.
The thing about me is that, you know, the spirit of Christmas, it's so sort of ingrained into me. You know?
It does.
And nothing says Christmas like.
I think at one point, you know, because like he was so upset that, like, you know, when you're a kid and you can't breathe, and he was like, "I want to play Batman now." So I thought, I've got to get him out of here.
I can imagine him just rocking in a corner, crying in the club. Okay then. Well, this one's a pretty easy one, I think. I'm going to say Steve and Tom's, yours are true, and Max's a lie.
Well, only one was true.
Oh, I'm going to say Tom's is true.
Wow.
Wait, is yours true?
Yeah.
What? Yours is true?
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
Are you serious? I thought... Are you lying?
Yeah, I'm lying.
Oh, right. Mine's true.
No!
That was a lie.
What?
That sounds like totally something I would do.
It does.
Yours was awful. You had never been on a plane again since the age of 7. We did a podcast about holidays where you talked about in sixth form going to America.
And then we're going to... that's what made me go, right, that was not true then.
They all got a flight. I canoed my way there.
That was a cruise.
Yeah. Also, you don't know what the contents of a Chinese fortune cookie is going to be, do you?
I did say they were novelty ones.
Yeah, cool.
Do you know what? I'm full of milky stout, and I'm
to be fair, Max, I also gave no thought and just panicked and went with something.
Let's move on to Max. You know what? For ruining that Stephen lie, I would like you to just fuck off. To be honest,
fine. Don't want to be here anyway.
Good. Get out. Think about what you've done. Yeah. Whilst Max is gone, and potentially somebody else arrives, let's talk about the Simpsons.
Yeah.
They've got a prolific track record for predicting things. Dave, are you aware of this?
Yes, I am. Yeah. They predicted that Kobe Bryant would crash in a helicopter. Did you hear about that?
Did they?
Well, they predict there was something similar, wasn't there? It was kind of.
So
it wasn't like, you know, Kobe died in a helicopter crash, but it was like there was a helicopter crash, wasn't there? And was it like insinuated?
Yeah. No, he was in there.
Right.
It hit a hospital. He was in the helicopter and hit the hospital, taking a big So it blew up. It's like, that's mad. How they do it?
The one that gets me is that picture of the leaders in Saudi Arabia when I think Trump signed that deal, and they were in the Simpsons, like they're around that like crystal ball thing. Have you seen it where it's Trump? I can't remember the image, but then Trump went to Saudi Arabia, and the same image almost
coming out,
almost exactly
recreated. Apparently, you know the one with Donald Trump going down the escalator.
Oh yeah.
You know that one? That
Yeah,
supposedly.
That's ridiculous.
That's
The one
mad,
of
that one.
The one of Donald Trump, we'll put it on screen.
Yeah.
It's a spitting image. It's like they're trying to recreate it. That's crazy. I think Max is back due to the breathing.
Oh, the bloody
Actually, no,
hell, Max.
that doesn't sound like Max.
Hang on
Boys
there.
and girls.
Who's talking?
Hello, chickadees. It's only me. Dave Javu.
Dave Javu? The
Hello.
one and only.
Didn't you get me memo about coming on the old body?
No, I didn't. Sorry, Dave. It's great to have you on.
Call me Mr. Dave Javu, please. Don't put some respect on my name. I didn't go through 3 weeks of fortune-telling school to be called Dave.
Sorry, Mr. Javu. Mr. Javu.
Hello.
No, you're not the first sort of fortune teller we've had on this show.
Well, I could have told you that.
And you probably won't be the last.
We had the great Zoe Diak on. She's tremendous.
Spit on her.
Sorry?
Spit on her. This fucking Zoe Diak. If you want true fortunes being told, you come to me, Dave Javu. Or should I say
Dave,
Mr. Dave Javu?
Yeah, Mr. Dave Javu. Sorry.
So,
Sir Dave Javu. You seem to have a problem with Zoe.
Oh, Zoe. She told me, back when I was a 35-year-old boy, that I'd die in a car crash, eh? I go outside and I see her cutting me brakes on my Rolls Royce.
You drive a Rolls Royce?
was this before your 3-week fortune telling course?
I was married to an oil tycoon from Saudi Arabia.
We were just talking about Saudi Arabia. It's like it's fresh in your mind.
What? No, man, no.
No, Dave wasn't here for that, were you, Dave? There's no way you could have known.
I don't listen to people without their proper say-so, you know?
Yeah.
Mr. Javu, how old are you?
Oh, I'm only 36.
Right, so you've been a fortune teller for the past year, is that right?
That's true, man, that's true. But in a way, I could always see it coming. Even back when I was a wee nipper, suckling on my mother's teeth. I said, hey, Mum, I'm going to be a fortune teller one day.
So you could speak fluent.
Well, I was only 34 at the time. So, my life does come at you fast.
It does.
Yeah, 34 years takes a while though, doesn't it? That's nearly
you could
2
say it
life
takes
sentences.
34 years.
Mr. Javu,
Hello, mate.
we're in unprecedented times here.
That's so true. You know, this is the hardest time for a fortune teller to earn any money, man, to earn any crust. I'm going up to people on the street and saying, give me a palm. I want to read your palm, mate. And they spray me with deodorant and they chase me down the street.
Well, it's either that and of course you go off in your Rolls Royce.
Well, I'm still driving it even though the brakes are cut.
Yeah, it must be hard to earn your trust when you're married to an oil tycoon.
Well, he divorced me.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
It's
although
all
you
right,
should have
mate.
seen it coming.
Yeah.
That's why I signed a
Several
prenup.
times in that marriage.
I'm just amazed at this openly gay Saudi Arabian oil tycoon. But more on that later.
Yeah. Mr. Javu,
Yeah.
could you
mate.
maybe give us a... You keep saying that as if you think it's somebody new speaking to you. Still Stephen. Mr. Javu.
Hello. I'm gonna say I want to be perfectly clear and honest with you, mate. So obviously I knew I was going on the podcast about a week ago. So I wrote these predictions about a week ago. So if they've already happened, then that's no skin off my nose. So my first predictions for Mr. Cooney.
Go ahead.
Are you ready for this, man? And this is a free prediction, by the way, so you should be happy, excited for this.
You get free publicity, Mr. Javu.
No. My prediction is that at the beginning of this podcast, you're going to cut your thumb on a can of beer.
Do you want to put your thumbs up to the camera? No cuts there, Mr. Javu.
What?
No.
Well, you're not. You're not.
And you offered this up for free.
I'm glad it is.
you could so easily have monetized this.
Okay.
To be fair, I did draw blood of some sort at the beginning of the show.
Yeah.
I think it was from my lip. So you went a million miles away. Benefit of the doubt. Maybe you were just wide on that one.
Yeah.
You know what? The body is
continue.
so difficult, man. I always get thumbs and lips confused.
Yeah.
So with Stephen, my prediction for you, man, is you're going to be wearing a bucket hat throughout this whole podcast. And I did this a week ago.
About a week ago.
Now, my only request is that you don't take it off at any point to prove me wrong.
Mr. Javu, to test your knowledge here, this hat I'm wearing is navy blue, but what colour's the other side of it?
Well, that's I'm looking at my fortune balls.
Yeah.
My crystal ball, and it's saying black.
Oh, that's unfortunate, Mr. Javu. It's actually red.
But you, Mr. Javu, you are famously colourblind.
Exactly. if you read the Sun newspaper, they did a portfolio on me, and they said that I'm famously colourblind.
Yeah.
And obviously everyone reads that paper.
Mr. Javu, on to your final prediction from last week.
My prediction is for Dave, the other Dave.
Yeah. Hello, Dave. Fancy seeing you here.
Very good to meet you, man. Were you named after me? Because I knew your parents.
I was.
I told them they'd be having
what were
a
their
baby.
names?
Mr. and Mrs. Reese.
What were Dave's parents?
Well, Deja Vu was 13 when I was born. I was named after a 13-year-old boy.
One of my famous predictions with that. My prediction for you is by the end of this podcast, you'll find an egg in your bedroom.
Good. I've been looking for that one for ages.
Wow. Mr. Javu, have you got any predictions for when we'll be out of this pandemic?
Tomorrow, mate.
Also, Mr. Javu, did you make any predictions last week about our friend Max?
I this is crazy, and you've probably noticed that my voice has changed a little bit. Me prediction.
No. Not so.
My prediction is that he's going to have left the podcast, and that's when I snuck into his room.
All right.
I'm going to go drive my Rolls Royce now and hopefully not die.
Or get pulled
that is
over.
a very big possibility.
If only you could know the future.
Yeah.
Mr. Javu, there.
He's gone. He's gone. What a guy.
Let's hop on to. Let's go on to a new segment, which is an old segment. So I shouldn't have said a new segment. Let's get on to Dave Raves. To be clear, not Dave Javu.
God
Hello, boys
forbid.
and girls.
Fuck off! So, Dave, you've got the
Yeah, so the things that I'm not looking forward to about the future is having, the thing where the doctor sticks a finger up your bumhole.
a prostate exam.
Yeah.
Prostate. I ain't looking forward to that. That's something I could do without, I can tell you that. But apparently...
Sorry, what? Have you reason to expect this?
Yeah, exactly. So apparently you've got a dreading that day. Can't be arsed with that day. It's inevitable, exactly. What's another thing that is is getting my balls chopped off, because apparently that's a thing and all that people do.
In the medieval times.
What?
Is that an expert on that?
Yeah. Like the snip. They say when that seems painful.
They don't chop your balls off, Dave. And
What do
also,
they
you
do?
don't have to do that. And
Is that
they cut the
not compulsory?
One of your it's a cord of something.
Yeah.
They snip something that supplies the semen.
Oh right.
Sorry, I've just come back in.
As well.
Yeah.
Fuck off, Dave.
So, go on.
Yeah. So another thing I'm looking forward to though is animal, not evacuation, evaluation.
Evolution.
Evolution. Animal evolution. Right.
What is happening?
Let's go to the zoo with. That's not bad.
I want to know what animals are going to be next. So, will there be monkeys with 5 arms instead of 4?
I don't think that's how evolution works. What you're talking about there, Dave, is genetic mutation.
That's what we're looking for.
Evolution happens over billions of years.
Billions of years. Do you reckon? So you don't think
You're not going to come out of isolation and see some weird fucking 3-headed bird.
What monkey has 4 arms?
Yeah, 2 arms and 2 legs, isn't it? They're like our closest cousins. Will we ever develop fur again? Oh, mind you, we've got fur, haven't we? We've got hairs, I suppose, so that's our equivalent.
But these are the questions people are asking. So, Dave. Is Dave still there?
Yeah, hello, can you hear me?
Dave, is there anything else you're terrified of in the future apart from, a finger at the bum?
Death. Death is a big one. Death.
Dave, if you could know when you were going to die, would you want to know?
I've asked myself this several times. I'm not sure. I don't think so, because if I knew when I was going to die, I'd be shitting myself, when it comes to that time. Do you know what I mean? I suppose everyone would.
Yeah.
But, yeah. But
would you choose death over a finger up the bum?
Depends. What was I saying? Yeah,
about when you were going to die.
When I was going to die. The good thing about knowing when you're going to die is that you could do whatever the fuck you want and know you're not going to die until it comes to that time. Do you know what I mean?
could still get physically injured though.
Yeah.
Yeah, but not death.
Yeah, but you could still.
So
lose an arm, I
a
suppose.
5-armed monkey. Yeah, you could get pretty badly banged up there. So my final question for everyone, and we'll start with Dave, is where do you see yourself in 10 years' time?
Hopefully on the sofa watching telly. No, in a house that I bought myself and with a nice car.
How many kids do you want, Dave?
3. About 3 or 4.
Another guy.
Are you with a... I hope it's not Dave Jover.
Hello, boys and girls.
Are you with
I want a pet crocodile. I'll hopefully be married by then.
To a pet crocodile.
Yeah, with a pet crocodile. That's going to be the ring bearer. It opens its mouth and Jenna's got to grab the ring.
Don't bear your ring, Dave, because
Nah.
Finger up. Max,
my ring's up
10 years' time.
Still in quarantine, baby.
Yeah.
Protecting the elderly, staying away from everyone. That's it. That's what it's all about.
Is that by choice?
No.
The rest of
Boris
us out?
Johnson has specifically said that I have to stay locked in. And who am I to argue against such a, great Prime Minister?
I reckon in 10 years' time you'll be about 2 months away from uploading your first YouTube video.
Yeah.
I'll probably be at Dave Jarvu's funeral.
Yeah.
What?
What?
I thought he'd already died.
A man died 2 deaths.
He didn't run straight off set and hang himself.
Tom, where do you think you'll be in 10 years?
Oh, I don't know. I'll be 40 in 10 years.
Yeah?
I don't know, Stephen. I don't have any sort of
Will you be in this country?
Career on the horizon. I do want to travel. I do want to I want to figure out something that will allow me to work and live on the go from my laptop. So who knows? Maybe in 10 years I'll have that and I can be globetrotting.
Yeah,
that'd be nice. If we're allowed out.
Star.
Sorry,
a webcam star. There's a market there.
OnlyFans. Strictly.
Should we get on to our put it to the max?
Yeah, why not? Are you ready, Max?
Born ready, mate.
Okay. So, is this one? Yeah, this one wants. He doesn't mind being named. Ben. Hi, Max. My girlfriend bought me a picture of the Aston Villa team photo, but I don't support them. And when I didn't get up, she got upset. So a few days later, when she came to my house and didn't see it hung up, I said that my roommate didn't like it in the house, and now she wants to talk to him and have a go at him. Should I tell her the truth, keep lying, or break up with her?
I'd say bin it, both the picture and the girlfriend.
Yeah.
If you feel like you have to lie to her, then clearly it's going nowhere. Also, if she's giving you such trite as a picture of Aston Villa, that's
what a risk. Like, based on she must have had a hunch, and if she's just got that randomly,
all she's done is go, he likes football, and just picked one out at random. I'm not happy about that.
If that's a marker laid down of the kind of gift you can look forward to in the future, then
exactly.
Kind of stop this now.
True.
Don't lie to her. If she gets you a shit present, just tell her.
Yeah.
I got given a frying pan off my girlfriend for Christmas. I let her know then and there that was disappointing.
But weirdly enough, you use it all the time. That's
I do to hit her with. You'll get me a Nintendo DS.
And I think you've also kind of created your own problem by not being open and honest immediately. So now you've kind of lied, and one way or another, this is not going to end.
And this is going to snowball. Because now you're going to have to get your roommate to say that he did, hide it at some point.
Or
he's going to have to
just start supporting Aston Villa.
You could turn it on its head, and you could do a test and see how close your friend is.
Down.
It's a different team. Test your mate, see if if the signals of lie for me is
bang
strong
the friends,
between
what
the.
You're saying.
Exactly.
Bang the friends.
Having to bin off your friend and your girlfriend.
And your girlfriend. And end up. Yeah? That's my advice.
I think that's all we have time for. But thank you very much to Tom Cooney, Max Smith, David Reese, Joe McGrath, who's holding it all together.
Don't forget me!
And
Hello.
Dave Jarvis, he's not dead. And we can look forward to having him on again in the future.
And B52.
And B50. Oh, it looks nice and hoppy, that.
Yeah. Not to mention delicious.
Oh.
Thank you very much for watching.
Taste it from here.
Bye.
Bye.